Hello everyone, and welcome to Rob's updated ultimate guide for the Amrine Excavation. This guide takes into account some open beta changes and now has 100% more resource locations and ways to acquire tuning orbs. In this video, I'll cover the locations of all the caches, the named enemies you'll encounter, and strategies on how to defeat the two main bosses in the excavation, as well as the solution to the puzzle to unlock the bridge. This expedition is located just north of Windsward. Amrine Excavation is the first expedition that is available to adventurers in New World. Through the course of normal questing, the main story quest will guide you to the Amrine Excavation to pick up a heart gem. In order to unlock the excavation, you'll need a key, called a tuning orb, that can be acquired from the main story quest. Tuning orbs can also be crafted by stonemasons, though you can only craft 5 every 168 hours, which is 7 days. Crafting a tuning orb requires level 25 stone cutting and a tier 3 table. The Amrine tuning orbs cost 10 corrupted slivers, which you can earn randomly from closing corrupted breaches, 1 iron chisel, which you can purchase from your faction vendor, 50 stone blocks, which you can cut at a stone cutting table, and 1 eternal heart. I have received the eternal hearts as drops, but they can also be crafted by level 50 stone cutters at a tier 3 stone cutting table for 50 of the following motes each: water, earth, fire, and air. You will only need 1 key for an entire group, but once that key is consumed, you'll lose it. Each player can also receive another tuning orb at level 23 as part of a chain of side quests from William Heron, located in the 2nd floor of the End at Everfall. Thanks to the fandom wiki for the picture of William. Outside of the excavation is the good boy, Barkimedes. Barkimedes will offer you a repeatable quest to defeat star excavation Ravagers and collect their succulent bones. As of open beta, players had to be level 23 to get this quest. There are 5 star excavation Ravagers in the instance, but you only need 3 bones to complete the quest. This means that you can leave the instance midway through after completing the quest, turn it in, and then go back and get 2 out of the 3 bones to complete a quest again. So you'll be able to complete this quest 5 times from 3 runs. You can't all leave the dungeon at once, however. 4 people can leave, 1 has to stay, then those 4 people can go back in after they've turned the quest in and picked it up again, and the last person can go out, turn the quest in, pick it back up, go back in the instance, and complete it as normal. The roughly 5,000 experience from this quest is a pretty big chunk at this level range and worth the minor convenience of leaving the dungeon and going back in. There are 6 named mobs in the Amrine Excavation, not counting the 2 bosses. Each named mob, and the bosses too, will have a random prefix that applies a buff to them. I'll list some of the different prefixes I encountered during an amalgamation of my runs. You'll find the Tainted Tanner, hardy, Zippy, who has a cold aura, Burnt Becca, which was armored, Mad Mackenzie, fire resistant, Safety Officer Richards, who is explosive, and Frozen Forest, who is brutal. They are purely tank and spank fights like almost all of the trash in this instance. The only real challenges you'll face are the final 2 bosses, Foreman Nakashima and Simon Gray. There are 6 chests in the Amrine Excavation. The first is located behind a tent next to a star excavation withered nest in the room you'll fight Zippy. The second is hidden behind a waterfall. Once you're in the Grand Traverse and make a left, head down to one of the pressure plates, jump off into the water, and you'll find this chest tucked away. There's also some mining nodes down here. The third is located behind a pillar in the hidden vestibule. The fourth is by a stack of crates next to where you fight the Foreman. There is also a note located nearby. The fifth is up on a ledge in the room where you fight the Foreman. The 6th and final is located after you defeat Simon Gray. There are 3 pages to the Star Excavation Journal located in the instance. The first is on your left as you enter. The second is on the stairs on the way up to the bridge in the Grand Traverse. The 3rd page is located next to a chest where you'll summon the Foreman. The 4th and final page is located outside next to Barkimedes. In order to solve the puzzle of the Grand Traverse, you'll need to step on 3 platforms at the same time. When you do, the bridge will complete. I've marked the locations of the platforms on this map. Most of the trash in here is simple tank and spank, so I won't walk you through the entire instance. There is a main story quest that directs you to where you need to go, so just watch out for the withered nests. You need to kill those or they will continue to summon Lost. Foreman Nakashima has a couple of tricks in their bag. In addition to attacking whoever has drawn the Foreman's aggro, Nakashima will also summon a pink ring around a seemingly random player. If this player touches the ring, it will stun the entire group for 2 seconds. To complicate matters, the Foreman also summons waves of ghostly adds to fly over the area in the pink ring. If you get hit by one of these adds, you can easily lose up to 1/3 of your life. If you're good at dodging, it's possible to avoid these ghosts. If not, you may want to consider whether or not it's worth the entire group being stunned to prevent you from dying. Good news is, it's easy to res up a dead player, so you might just want to bite the bullet and take one for the team. The final boss is Simon Gray. He has 3 primary attacks. Have the tank get aggro on the boss, and Simon will focus his melee attacks on them. He'll do a double-fisted overhead front ground attack that will deal physical damage in a circle in front of him. He punches the ground and anything in his way. He has another frontal attack where he vomits a cone in front of him and does elemental damage. This vomit can buff his adds. Lastly, and this is the big one, he will summon waves roughly every 20 seconds of 3 adds. While the tank focuses on holding Simon, DPS need to burn down these adds. These should be your #1 priority, and if you don't kill the adds fast enough, you could become overwhelmed by them. Simon is really not the main threat in this battle. His waves of adds are, because they can make things so chaotic. So tank aggro Simon, healer keep the tank alive, DPS kill adds, then work on Simon, healer if the DPS need it, help them if the tank's not low, and potentially deal a bit of damage to the adds as well. Hopefully, with the correct life staff skills, you'll be able to deal damage and heal at the same time. That's it. You've completed the Amrine Expedition, and you can collect your heart gem. And don't forget to loot that last supply stockpile. I'm Rob. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in Eternum.